We opened in the spring of 2011. Then we made about 4,000 gallons of wine. Up to date, we are now pushing 20,000 gallons. We've got about 24 acres of vines. 8.5 acres are here at the winery. The remainder is over at the owner's property, which is about 3 miles west of here. As far as the winemaking itself, things are done usually in containers like this. This is a 1,500 gallon jacketed tank. We ferment everything on the fruit. So if it says cranberry on the label, we used 100% cranberries. Primary fermentation lasts anywhere from a few days to a couple of weeks. Once fermentation is finished, then we will run it through our press. Our press is back here up against the wall. I can take you over and show you that. It's a bladder press. The way that operates is by simple water. There's a bladder inside. We hook a garden hose up to it, and when we turn that on, the water fills up the bladder, expands it, and presses the fruit up against the grate. And then the juice runs down into another container, and we can pump it wherever we would like. Of the fruit wines, the sweet wines, sweet reds, will stay in stainless steel once they're pressed. Dry reds will be moved to oak barrels. Dry reds are pressed and finished fermenting, then we transfer them to oak barrels. We use a combination of American oak and French oak, new and used. You can tell the difference obviously between the used barrels up here on top and the new ones on the bottom. Barrels are toasted differently as well. If you look at the front of this barrel, for instance, this one says AO Minnesota, that's American oak Minnesota, that would be the staves, with a French oak head, so the heads are French oak, with a medium toast. Some are toasted heads, some would be medium plus toasting. The idea behind it is the barrel is toasted by the cooper, and whatever style of wine you're trying to make depends on which barrel you put it into. If I'm making a dry red that I want, something big and heavy, we'll use a particular style of barrel. If we want something that's more fruit driven and softer and easier going, we might use a barrel like this guy here, the Revelation, or we may actually put it in a used barrel. A used barrel, after about 3 or 4 years, it's not going to impart any oak to the wine anymore. So we can put just about anything in there we want. That's why we put blueberry in our used barrels, because we don't want oak influence to the blueberry wine, but what we do want is what a barrel does, which is a slow exchange of gas through the pores, which takes that edge off of the wine, kind of rounds the harsh edges over. So that's why used barrels, we never get rid of them. Unless they get a bacteria in them, or if they dry out and they start leaking, obviously you have to get rid of them at that point.